Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with part 22 of the Dark Souls 3 full playthrough walkthrough. Yeah, 22. In this section, we're going to finish the game, and by that I mean we're going to go after Darkeater Midir, the big optional boss of the Ringed City DLC. And then that'll be it. If you've never joined me for these walkthroughs before, this is a Let's Play style walkthrough, so I'm casually guiding you through the game and helping you overcome some of Dark Souls' toughest challenges. We're going to clear out some more treasure in the Ringed City that we deliberately skipped over, just to make things, a little bit more streamlined last time. The last walkthrough was like 3 hours long. This one will be way shorter. I'll show you my character stats. Currently level 116 with 35 Vigor, 28 Endurance, 23 Vitality, 40 Strength, 15 Dex, 10 Intelligence, 40 Faith, 7 Luck. Okay, I'm using a Butcher Knife plus 10, the Grass Crest Shield, I have the Sacred Chime of Filianor, I'll unequip that torch, then I have the Iron Set or Solaire Set, Ring of Steel Protection plus 3, Covetous Silver Serpent Ring plus 3, Karthus Milk Ring and the Estus Ring, and then just flasks, embers, and a coiled sword fragment. Okay, so one thing I want to do is I want to spend all of my souls and level up. See what I can do with these. See how many souls this gives. I don't ever use these unless I need to, just get over the edge of a level. And if you do this from the simplified menu by pressing R3, you never have to leave the menu. I also need to show you something that I actually forgot last time. A cool little, it's like nugget of information. I totally missed. Basically, after you defeat Slave Knight Gale, another angel appears in the Dreg heap if you go back to the beginning. But this angel is not hostile towards you, provided you did not do anything mean to the Stone-Humped Hag. And then I just want to check where a miracle is, because I really wanted to use it. Miracle. Lightning Arrow. Where do you get this? After fighting the dragon, just inside the building next to the stairs with the crystal lizard behind... Okay. So we're actually going to get it soon. Alright, so now that we're done, actually let's level up. Let's spend these souls we just cracked open. And then I'm going to dump them all into Faith and sort of finish up my Faith build here. Nice. Actually, let's do that, and then... What increases FP? Attunement. Okay, there we go.
Mayst thou thy...
So, since we've done this, I am going to purchase another miracle. And that is Lightning Storm. Let's go ahead and attune Lightning Storm. Hopefully I can attune it. If not, I gotta use a ring. Ah! 2 slots. Sweet Jesus. Yeah, let's sacrifice a ring. We can sacrifice the we can sacrifice this ring at this point. And then we need to get an attunement slot from a ring. Hopefully I can cast this. I don't know if I even have enough mana. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Oh. I wanted the one that throws the lightning around, like what one of the bosses does. That's kind of a letdown. Alright, let's change this back out to the Silver Serpent Ring plus 3. Alright. Go ahead and reattune lightning stake. Okay, so I'm going to show you now. If we go back to the very beginning of the Ringed City DLC, we get a new angel. Earth Angel, Earth Angel. I won't ever again serenade you. I don't have a good singing voice. I've accepted that about myself. Anyway, so right here, the stone hump tag is dead, sadly. However, there is now an angel floating around. This angel is passive. It will not attack you unless you were the one that killed the stone hump tag. But you do get the old woman's ashes. Let's go back to Firelink, give those to the Firekeeper. And then while that happens, I will look up what this does, or what this unlocks. Old woman's ashes. Unlocks Rusted Coin, Split Leaf Greatsword. Also adds a Divine Blessing, 1 Hidden Blessing, and 5 Embers. And let's just read the lore on this really quick. Umbral Ash of the old stone-humped woman. With this, the Shrine Handmaid will prepare new items. Things that have dreadfully run their course accrue at the great Dreg Heap. This old woman was once the wet nurse of royalty. So, she might have been the wet nurse of,
Great.
She might have been the wet nurse of Lothric. Maybe. She certainly wasn't Marigo's wet nurse. Okay, so I recommend going to the, which one should we go to? Let's go to the Ringed Inner Wall Bonfire. Okay. Great. So we can go through this shortcut door. Again, I'm assuming that you have everything unlocked. But we are going to jump out of this elevator right here. And so with that, come over here and grab this ember. And so this room we're going to come back to in just a couple minutes, no joke. But there's an illusory wall in this room. And try to figure it out for yourself. I'm not trying to say that to be mean or anything, but like, give it a shot. See if you can figure it out. Anyway, you're going to come here, and then you want to drop here, and then drop here, so you can land here. And then you get the Chloranthy ring +3. So this is Gwyn crowning the Pygmy King. Okay, and so here's that elevator again. So we just gotta jump out of it. It's always confusing remembering the correct wall. What I recommend doing, though, is sending this back up, because this is the elevator you're gonna take to the boss. So in case you need to try again, just always send it back up. Alright, so in this room you have a bunch of Silver Knight statues, but one of them is different than the others. So this one does not have a sword. So you want to hit that to reveal the illusion. And then before you go down the ladder, sneak around here, and you get a Filionor's Spear ornament. And then we can slide down this ladder. Okay. And then we have this right here, the Antiquated Plain Garb and Violet Wrappings. Now, I am almost positive there's an illusory wall somewhere. So this leads to the boss, but I don't want to do this just yet. And the reason for that is because I need to find that miracle I mentioned before. The arrow. Arrow, miracle, DS3. Lightning arrow. Oh, it's down by shared grave. Ah, okay. So I missed an illusory wall earlier. So this is my bad. Alright. So before we fight Midir, I'm going to go get this last treasure that I forgot. Very sorry about that. I think I knew about this illusory wall. I definitely found it before because I had this miracle on my main character, but I think I just totally forgot about this this existing. I mean, clearly I did. I didn't get it last time. So we're just going to run through here really quick. And... right. Okay, drop, 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 drop. Very good. Let's come through here, and then we are going to rest at the bonfire and teleport to the shared grave. Oh no, it's actually right here. My bad. So this wall right here. Oh no. Okay, so this is an illusory wall as well. Boom. Large Soul of a Weary Warrior. One more to go. Lightning Arrow Miracle. So there you go. Sorry for forgetting that last time. I really completely forgot that existed. Okay. I think I just never came down here. I think that's the problem. Or if I did, I just opened the shortcut and left. Right, so this is the bridge we went across, so I just went like this, went up the stairs. Right, that's what happened. Okay, no worries. Cool. All right, let's do this one more time. Recall the elevator. Alright, then we're going to hop out, I think, here. Yep. Very good. Great. And then we go through the illusory walls. Okay, so Darkeater Midir is a dragon. And oh boy, is it a dragon. So if you fought Black Dragon Calamite and found that easy, Midir, I would say, is on par with Calamite, but can be a bit harder, and that's mostly because the fight starts and you're so far away from the boss. It has several different flame breath attacks, it has a couple different laser attacks, and then it can also absorb the dark around it from the lake and use that as an AoE. There's no tail cut, so don't worry about that. Excuse me, there's no tail cut, don't worry about that. And we're basically just sort of giving it a manicure, so to speak. The head does take more damage, but of course it's a bit riskier to hit. Alright, let's get started. So, first try, we'll see how this goes. Okay, drop down to the lake, look up, and here is Midir. So you do need to wake it up, just by going near it. And then you can get a couple headshots in. Never mind, I'm bad. You can get a couple headshots in there. So it has this like thrashing flame breath, and then it'll whip back around sometimes. Yep. Be very aware of your stamina. And what I mean by that is that you're going to be chasing Midir a good deal. Alright, so when this happens, you gotta sort of run away, otherwise you can get hit by the flame. Alright, so again, keep an eye on your stamina. Reason I mention that specifically is because you're going to be chasing Midir a lot, and your stamina can run low. When you're hitting its tail, you want to make sure that you're turning yourself around. This way you can get back into the boss. Oh god. Alright, so while this is a decent pattern, we are very close to a wall now, so this is going to stop being good. Oh, okay. Can do it again? It's cool, bro. Thanks. But as you can see, I'm really not doing much damage to the boss, because I'm hitting its tail and not anything else. But it's okay, it's really a slow and steady fight where you just whittle down the boss's health. You're not ever going to do huge damage to this boss unless, you know, for whatever reason you're in some brolic build. But I am not. So again, we are near a wall, so this is getting a little dangerous, but it's a decent pattern nonetheless. I actually am kind of surprised that we were in this pattern. Alright, cool. So we're not in that pattern anymore. Instead, Midir is going to smoke the whole area, so you want to get up and drink really fast. Okay? So with this breath, you can just chill out. Get a couple hits. You don't want to go more than 3. If you feel like you're, you know, able to get another one, go for it. But again, keep an eye on your stamina. Always roll through the tail for the tail swipe. You should be pretty familiar with this pattern by now. Hey, how you doing? The head is the weak point. I know that's like, oh god, I started this a little late. Yep. So the head is the weak point. So you want to try to, oh come on, dude. You want to try to hit the head whenever possible, but you don't want to put yourself at risk when doing so. Yeah, so just going to gas the whole place. Lay down some fuel. Alright, for this, we're going to run along, try to escape it. Nope. I was trying to run on like a curve and actually like get in front of it and then go around, but it didn't work. Okay, same pattern as before. And the boss does have like a second phase where it gets new abilities. Oh, come on. That was cheap. Dude, what is happening? Thank you. At least I got 1 hit. I got a pity hit out of that. Oh, bro. When you're under it, just watch out for when it stands on its hind legs. Ow. Yeah, when it's doing that, you want to run through for the tail. Ooh. Yikes, yeah. When it stands on its hind legs, always run behind and get a couple hits on the tail. I got an ember next time I get hit. Or next time I get big damage, I got an ember. I really wish they didn't remove tail cuts from the game. It's always a big bummer. Alright, so when this is happening, you want to run away. The boss is going to explode in a big AoE. And this sort of signifies that, hey, Phase 2 has started. And of course, the music signifies that as well, because it becomes a bit more epic. So during this phase, the boss will become a bit more erratic, and it can use that dark AoE spell. It will also cast laser beams, which you have to watch out for. The laser can hit you, and then the explosion after the laser will hit you as well. You gotta watch out for that. I thought it was gonna slam its tail. Alright, cool. Get a couple hits there. Probably do a tail swipe. Oh no. Run up to the head, get a couple hits. Chase after it. You really never want a lot of distance between you and the boss. That's like a really big thing. It will do its best to put distance between you and it, but just always chase it down. When it starts charging you like this, you want to sort of get to the side of it. Yeah, it just sort of stares at you when it's about to do that big tail swipe. X. It sort of stares at you when it's going to do the snapping turtle sort of move. Okay. So I was waiting to Ember, but I didn't take enough damage to warrant an Ember. Yeah, so that move right there, it literally just stares at you. And then it's going to tail swipe, get in its face, get a couple hits. Okay, it's going to charge again. But as long as you're sort of in the tail area, you're fine. Oh, goddamn. I'm going to Ember right now. Hopefully this doesn't kill me. Nope. Alright, it's helpful. Ow. No. Jesus. Wow, that was rough. You want to be very careful of the head snapping. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but it's true. You can stun this boss, and you can get a visceral on it. It's a little rare, but it is doable. Shit. I should have ran. I was trying to, like, not waste so much stamina. Alright, I'm in a bit of a bad spot right now. Alright, so it's charging up. You just want to run. You can roll through that, so if you feel like you're not getting far enough away, give it a roll, and you should make it out. Alright, run towards the tail. It hasn't done any laser attacks. That could be because I haven't ever been far away from the boss, which is what I mentioned before. Yeah, hind legs, always run to the tail. Get a couple hits. Chase after it. Be very careful when you're chasing. You don't want to get stepped on. Oh god. Yikes. Alright. This may induce a laser because I'm actually kind of far from the boss now. And it's literally on the other side of the room. Yeah. Almost positive this is going to be a laser. Yep. Okay, so this is a laser. Be very careful. The laser can hurt you, but it will never repeat where it hits. So if you can sort of skirt around it and go to where the laser... Ooh, shit. Go to where the laser first hit, should be okay. After it does that big laser attack, though, it's sort of stunned for a bit, and then you can kill it. And that is Darkeater Midir, first try. I want you to know that's the second time I've ever killed this boss. So, after defeating Midir, you get the Spears of the Church Covenant item, and then you get the Soul of Darkeater Midir. And that's it. Wow, cool. First try, man. That was fucking awesome. Really proud of that. I wasn't sure how long this was going to take. Cool. So light the bonfire. You get quite a lot of souls for your troubles. And then we can travel back to Firelink Shrine. And I want to make sure that after defeating Midir, nothing else like opens up. I don't think it does. But we will just double check. No. Alright, you can purchase Frayed Blade or Old Moonlight with the soul. Nope. So that's it. Let's, I guess, level up one more time and then be done with it. Alright. That's it. That's Dark Souls 3. I want to say... let me say some things about Dark Souls 3, since we have time. When Dark Souls 3 was first being announced, or was first announced, I will say this, me and my friends are very big Souls fans. My best friend, he recommended Dark Souls, or Demon Souls to me back in 2009. And he said, bro, this is an adult Zelda. You will effing love this game. You need to play it. And I watched him play it for a little bit, and I thought it looked, candidly, like shit. I had no idea how he was playing a game like that in 2009. It looked bad for the time. It looks bad now. It's charming, sure. You know, when you're a fan of the series, Demon Souls on PS3 looks charming, but it looks terrible. And I didn't play it for myself. I just watched him, and I was like, nah, I'm good. And then Dark Souls 1 came out. And Dark Souls 1, again, he said the same thing. Dude, you got to play it. It's so much better than Demon Souls. Like, the world is incredible, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, nah, I'm good. So that was 2011. In, I think, 2012 or 2013, let me just double check this. Prepare to Die PC release date. When did... Right, okay. When did this come out? We've got to scroll so far down on the Steam page for my birthday. So old. Right, so 2012, it comes out on PC. And so I was like, all right, I'll buy it. This might have even been 2013. But I was like, okay, I'll buy it. No problem. I purchase it. I play it. I kind of dig it. You know, I'm sort of into the combat. I'm sort of into the way everything works. And then I get to the gargoyles. I got past the Asylum Demon, no problem. Taurus Demon, couple attempts, no big deal. I got to the Gargoyles, and I could not kill these things. And that is when the game really begins to sort of show the strength of the engine that they were using, or even just their programming, really, I should say. The PC port of Dark Souls 1 is awful. Prepare to Die Edition is not very good. But I stopped playing, and then I found a mod to make it better. It's called DS Fix. And it was just this text file that was programmed by a guy named Durante. I think it had a couple of DLLs in it as well, but you just basically dumped it into the directory, set the resolution, and played it at 60 FPS at 1080p. And it was like, holy shit, this is so good. And so once I installed that, I killed the gargoyles, no problem, blasted through the rest of the game, and fell in love with the series. Dark Souls 2 gets announced, and the game looks evil. It looks really good. Me and all my friends were like, yo, this is going to be legit. It's going to be so good. The game comes out, looks nothing like what they showed, and that was a huge bummer. And we had a LAN party at the time for Dark Souls 2. And what I mean by that is 7 or 8 of us, it might have even been 9, we all got together in my friend Joe's basement apartment, and we set up some folding tables. I streamed, he streamed, and we all played. It was like me and a bunch of friends. And one by one, throughout the night, all of us arrived at the conclusion that this game really isn't that great, especially when you compare it to Dark Souls 1. None of us really we didn't love it, I'll say that. So when Dark Souls 3 was announced, we were all sort of hesitant to say, obviously Miyazaki was back. He didn't direct Dark Souls 2, so that his absence was felt. But we were all pretty hesitant to say, yeah, this game could be legit. When Dark Souls 3 came out, I had just lost my job, and I was working for an esports startup called Well Played Productions. We ran out of money, and 8 of us got laid off, including myself. And I was running the company at this point. I was the acting CEO, and so I felt like a colossal failure. So the game came out, and when the release dates were announced, Japan was getting it 1 month earlier than the rest of the world. Luckily, though, on PlayStation 4, you can just buy games from any region. You just gotta purchase the currency on a website, and then you can just download anything you want from Japanese PSN or Australian PSN, whatever. So me and my friend Joe, again, we both bought the Japanese version of Dark Souls 3. And I was living in North Carolina at the time. I had a roommate, I had a girlfriend, I'm still with her. But I was playing it alone. My roommate did not play Souls games. And so I literally told everyone, hey, the company's ending. We have a month and a half left of runway. We're going to pay everybody through the end of April. This was the end of March. But in a month's time, no one will have a job. And then I got off that phone call, and I sunk into Dark Souls 3. So I played it for 20 hours straight after that point. It was a lot of time. So Dark Souls 3, all this to say, Dark Souls 3 holds a really sort of special place in my heart. That said, it is a fantastic game on its own, even without that sort of getting me through a tough time sort of attachment that I have with it. The DLCs, Ashes of Ariandel, felt very short even when it came out. And I remember Namco had said the first one's going to be short, the second one's going to be long. So it was definitely obvious how that happened. I do think that Dark Souls needed to end. I am with Elden Ring coming out, January 21st, 22nd of 2022, there's a lot of rumor that it's Dark Souls 4, or that it's somehow linked to the Dark Souls mythos. I hope that doesn't happen. I think after 3-4 games, if you include Demon's Souls, this series needs to end. Dark Souls 3 has a lot in it, as far as weapons, weapon variety, areas, context, lore, world building, characters. It's so jam-packed, especially if you include the DLC, that it sort of felt like a kitchen sink sort of moment, but in a very refined way. but they just dumped every last idea they had for this series into this game, and what we got was a wonderful product. But I do think it needs to end. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is I really love Dark Souls 3, but I am glad this series is being put to rest, hopefully. If Elden Ring is part of the Souls world, oh well. I don't think it'll really take much away from it, but I am a big fan of new ideas. But I think for the send-off, From Software did a phenomenal job with Dark Souls 3, and I think it shines in a lot of different ways. So that's kind of my thoughts. I love this game. I'm really happy to have played it again. If you're playing on PC, or if you want a fresh experience with Dark Souls 3 after going through the vanilla game, I really recommend looking up the mod Cinders for Dark Souls 3. You can find it on the Nexus, and you can download it, really easy to install, and it remixes the game a good deal. And what I mean by that is you're able to teleport to various locations throughout the game and sort of do things out of order. I don't think there's new... It's hard to say if there's new enemies. They're like reskinned enemies that are supposed to be other enemies, stuff like that. But you fight some bosses in different locations, and you just do the game in a different order. The DLC is largely unchanged, with very little exceptions, and it is updated every now and again. So if you have it on PC, the mod is free. It's called Dark Souls 3 Cinders. Highly recommend. And if you're watching this, I think December, a mod for the PC version of Dark Souls 1 Remastered called Nightfall is coming out as well. And that looks like a completely brand new experience using the old world, but I do believe that they are building new areas in that game as well. So the Souls series, I'm glad it's over. Dark Souls 3 was a wonderful way to end it, and I'm really looking forward to Elden Ring. If you haven't already, please check out From Software's other titles, including Durasane for PSVR. It's not anything like a Souls game. It's very different, very just story-driven, point-and-click sort of adventure game. Really cool, though. It has From Software vibes, I'll say that. They have another game called Sekiro, which was the Game of the Year in 2019. Or 2018. 2019? I don't know. I don't remember time anymore because of COVID. But Sekiro is... The idea behind Sekiro, according to Miyazaki, was he wanted to make a game about clashing swords. And oh my god, did they ever. It is Ghost of Tsushima is unbelievable and looks fantastic, and the world is just so good. I love Ghost of Tsushima so much. But Sekiro has the better combat out of any samurai game I've ever played in my life. So check out Sekiro. It's hard. Think of it like a rhythm game. That's the one tip I have for everybody. And it'll sort of click into place after that. But yeah, this is Dark Souls 3, or this has been Dark Souls 3. I have been SweetJohnnyCage, and I always get a little wispy at the end of these things. I don't really know how to end them because I just love to gush about this series so much. I did get a question the other day. Is this a Soulsborne channel? It is not. The reason I'm doing these guides, or have done guides of this nature for the Souls games, is because when Demon Souls Remake came out for PS5 back in December of 2020, I made guides for that game, but I loved playing it so damn much that I was like, hey, let me do a Let's Play, a walkthrough for it. And I did. And it was easy enough to do in terms of actually creating it and editing it and doing all that. So that was fun. But then after I did it, I was like, hey, I haven't played Dark Souls 1 in a while. Let me go back and do that. And then after I did that, I was like, let me take a poll. Anybody want to see Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3? People voted for Bloodborne. Took another poll. People voted for this. And I have another poll running now. People seem to be skewing towards Dark Souls 2. But no, this is not a Soulsborne channel. This is a walkthrough channel. And, targeted guides as well for trophies and various challenges. But I do like to fill the time between covering new games with Souls games. Just fun. Okay. The next Souls game that I will be covering... I'm going to commit to this now. I'm going to play Dark Souls 2. And like I mentioned before, I wasn't super happy with Dark Souls 2. And I'm trying to be very careful with how I approach this series, because I don't want the Dark Souls 2 walkthrough series to just be 20 parts of me. It's probably going to be closer to 30. 30 parts of me going around, Drang Lake, and complaining the whole time. I have a lot of problems with Dark Souls 2 as a video game. Mechanically, I think it's weird, and there's just issues. That said, it is not a bad video game. Dark Souls 2 is just the weakest Souls game, in my opinion. And I don't really PvP. I know the PvP in that game, the online, is unbelievable. The community is insane and very dedicated. And it's because there's a great amount of weapon variety in Dark Souls 2. But I'm not the biggest fan of it. So I just want to be careful with how I approach that series and how I talk about it. Because, again, I don't want to make a series where I'm just complaining while guiding you through the game. I don't think that's very fun. But we'll see. But that'll be the next Souls game that I go for. I'm going to let the poll run a little bit longer, but it's skewing pretty heavily towards Dark Souls 2. I'll tell you what it's at right now. As of this recording, it has 189 votes. 29% voted for Demon Souls on PS3, and 71% voted for Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. So, clearly it's winning. But that'll be it. Yeah, I love Dark Souls. I love making walkthroughs. I love talking about video games. And I hope this series has been very helpful to you. I will say, my sign-off is pretty typical. Like, just like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. But I will say, I've gotten increased interest in how to support this channel in additional means. I do make money from this via ad revenue. It's not my full-time job. I would love it if it was. But it's not right now. But I do make decent money off this, or off this channel. Sorry, but I have gotten people asking me, hey, what can I do in addition to subscribing? There's two ways you can support. You can either become a channel member by clicking the blue join button that's below this video and all of my videos. And what that is basically a Twitch subscription. It's a subscription to the channel similar to a Twitch subscription. I will say, though, I don't stream. And I'm going to be very blunt with you. You don't really get anything for that. That is literally just a way to sort of give me the stats and give me $2.50 every month. It's a $5 charge. YouTube takes half. It's a great way to support me. Don't get me wrong. And honestly, I'm like a stats nerd, so like seeing that number go up is great. I only have like 3 or 4 people that are channel members right now. It's really not a big deal. The other way you can support me is through donations. There's a link for that in the video description below in every video description on my channel, I think. But it's just the PayPal donation link. Any amount you want to give is great. People have given me $1, people have given me $100. Doesn't matter. But I do make money from this via ad revenue, and that's generally fine. But if you feel compelled to support in another way, great. There are your two methods. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough. I'll end it. I'll stop talking. But if you have questions, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new videos go live. Support however you like, and I will see you next time. All right, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in Dark Souls 2. Bye-bye.